everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be looking at our Stapelia gigantea, a first time bloomer for us, and we're also going to talk about how we grow it.
Isa gave me this plant in 2016. When it arrived, it was only a small growth in a small pot. It sucked a little in the first year, but after that it's been developing really well, especially in this past year, when it developed not just this bloom, but also 5 growths at the same time. It developed so fast we had to come up with some plastic pot engineering in order to prop up the flower and stop the new growths from falling off. They will of course be repotted back into the bowl as soon as the flower is spent. Stapeliads are my favorite succulents, and the gigantea is such an impressive specimen, with flowers reaching 30 centimeters in length and full of interesting and unusual details.
The blooms are covered in hairs that are so fine you can barely feel it with your fingers. The petals are rigid and yellow and covered in burgundy ridges, and the texture is very soft. The corona at the center of the flower is of such a deep red color it looks black.
Now to address the elephant in the room, and something that I was slightly worried about. We have other stapeliads and bulbophyllums, so we are used to plants with a less pleasant smell. However, everyone says that giganteas can fill up a room with their scent, and we grow ours indoors. Fortunately, and at least so far, we can only smell ours if we invade its personal space and get really close. And even then, it just smells like sewage. For something called a corpse plant, we expected much worse. Flies smell it definitely, and they keep flocking to the plant's grow room.
As for its care, we grow it indoors under T5 lights. Or rather, we used to, until it grew so tall that it hit the shelf and it got a burn from the lights. So now it sits between the lights and a west-facing window that we think provides enough light, considering that the plant just bloomed.
Like all our other stapelias, we grow the gigantea in a mixture of plant soil and sand to help with drainage and avoid clumping of the soil. We do use less sand than with other succulents, since they are thirsty plants during their growing period. Their growing phase starts in the late spring and continues until the temperatures drop. During summer we fertilize once a month with less concentrate fertilizer, and as the temperatures drop we reduce watering. We don't force the stapelias into dormancy. If they decide to stop growing completely during winter, we stop watering, unless the plant starts showing signs of dehydration, like shrinking growths or desiccated tops, in which case we give it a little water. It's more work than forcing a schedule, but we find they develop better in their growing season if we allow them to choose when they go dormant. Like a lot of other South African plants, the Stapelia gigantea is so uncommon and foreign looking. It's mesmerizing, and we find ourselves visiting it constantly. I feel very lucky to have one and very excited to see it bloom and develop so well.
Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed our video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Goodbye!